Hey there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley Nicole, and here I'll be talking all things self-love, self-care, and self-improvement to help you show up as the best version of yourself for your life and your goals. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 21 things I'm no longer buying in 2021. One of my goals for the New Year's is to be more intentional, not only with my time and my energy, but with my money. And I just don't want to bring things into my life that I either don't use or no longer need and don't align with my values. Recently, I've been watching a lot of documentaries and doing some research as to what goes into products and the impact that our products have on our health and the environment. And I've just wanted to be more intentional with the brands that I am supporting and make sure that they are ethical and sustainable and just truly align with what really matters to me personally. And then I've also been trying to be more careful about what I buy for my health. That's something I really want to focus on in the new year. And so I'm starting by cleaning up a lot of the things that I use. But anyway, without further ado, let's dive right in. The first thing I'm no longer going to be buying in 2021 is plastic cups. I think it's pretty much common knowledge now that plastic can actually leach chemicals into whatever you put inside it. And also, like the plastic that we throw away or no longer use often ends up in the ocean. And there it'll like break down into these tiny little microplastics that are incredibly hard to clean up and are hurting our marine life. So that's just something that's been I've been feeling really convicted about, is the amount of plastic that I buy just for my health and for environmental purposes. So plastic cups is something I will no longer be buying. Instead, I have made the choice to switch to either stainless steel or glass. So this is from Amazon. It's a glass cup with a silicone sleeve on it and a silicone straw with a bamboo lid. So this is from Amazon, or stainless steel tumblers. This one is from Ray Dunn. If you do opt for the stainless steel route, just make sure it doesn't have like a plastic lining on the inside. The next thing, number two, the thing I won't be buying in 2021 is Ziploc bags. So I got a stasher bag for Christmas. It's actually in my dishwasher right now. And I absolutely love it. I love that it's dishwasher safe, freezer safe, microwave safe, and that I can reuse it. We throw away a ton of plastic bags every year, and they all just end up in our oceans or in our landfills, leaching chemicals into our water and the soil. And also just like affordability wise, I know like stasher bags are an investment up front, but think like over time, instead of buying plastic bags every single month, you can just buy one set of bags one time and use them for years. So Ziploc bags is something I'm no longer buying. Number three on the list is plastic food containers. This is just like your basic plastic food storage meal prep container. But when heated, a lot of times plastic can actually leach chemicals into your food. So putting hot food in here, microwaving this is super not good for your health. And I used to do that all the time. And also like over time, especially if you are microwaving these, they'll start to warp to where like the lid doesn't even fit on it. They'll get stained. You can see like this lid's already kind of gross looking. They can warp in the dishwasher as well. They just don't hold up near as long as like glass food storage containers do. So this is something I am no longer buying. Instead, I've switched to glass food storage. This is from Pyrex. I just got it off of Amazon. I love that it's pink, one of my favorite colors. It's got a tight leak-proof lid. It's oven, microwave, and dishwasher safe. It's not gonna stain. It's not going to leach any chemicals, and it's just all around a better option. Number four on the list is bottled water. This is something I haven't bought in a long time, actually. I've had a Brita filter for quite a while. My only complaint is that it is kind of small. I wish I would have gotten a little bit bigger filter because I have to refill it constantly. But I mean, like, it's just so much easier, and like it saves a ton of money because, like, yes, you have to buy the filters, but they last a lot longer than you think they would. Whereas I was buying a case of water every 2-3 weeks. So instead of doing that, I just have a filter that I can use for several months, and then I change out the filter and just have the pitcher. Or like if you have one of those fridges that like dispenses filtered water in the door, that's a great option, and just keep like one of those glass or stainless steel cups that you can refill several times and not be throwing away plastic water bottles. Okay, number 5 is kitchen gadgets. I have had this hand mixer for, oh gosh, since college. It has moved to like 4 or 5 different apartments and houses, and it's still in the box. I have never used it because I have a whisk, and like I would just rather like put in the extra effort of whisking it myself than getting this out, plugging it in, using it, having to take it apart to wash it, putting it back in the box, putting it away. Like, it's just a pain. So I just use a whisk. And so I will be donating this, and I'm no longer buying just useless kitchen. I mean, obviously if you bake all the time, like I'm not really a baker, then maybe you need one of these. But like the other day I was decluttering my kitchen, and I noticed that I had like 4 can openers, 3 whisk, 2 sets of measuring cups, an incomplete set of measuring spoons, and you just need one of each of the thing you use, and you don't need any specialized kitchen gadgets. The next thing I am no longer buying in 2021 is paper or plastic goods. So no more paper plates or plastic silverware, things like that. Again, I've just been feeling really convicted lately about my impact I have on the environment, and I would just rather use the ceramic or glass plates that I have and wash them instead of using single-use things like these or plastic silverware and throwing them away and contributing to more waste. Number 7 is freezer meals. Freezer meals. Obviously, I'm going to finish the ones I have so I don't waste food. But again, just being intentional about what I'm putting into my body. I meal prep, and I just feel better knowing like what goes into my body. I love the convenience of these, but since I've started meal prepping, it takes a couple hours on a Sunday, but then the rest of the week it's just as convenient as one of these freezer meals, and that way I know exactly what I'm having and I can control what goes into it, and it's not packed full of preservatives or artificial flavors or anything like that. Okay, the next thing, number 8, is artificial foods. Kind of goes along with the freezer meals, but like those are more for convenience. But just things like with artificial colors, artificial flavors, and sweeteners, I'm not buying these in 2021 because if I want fruit, instead of going for these artificial lab engineered fruit snacks, I will just have an apple or an orange. And again, that's just me trying to be intentional with what I put into my body and I consume for my own personal health. Number 9 is Clorox wipes, these single-use cleaning wipes. I am trying to, again, cut down on waste, cut down on the chemicals that I'm using. So I recently subscribed to Grove, which is a subscription box where they send you green, ethically sourced, environmentally friendly products, cleaning products, household products, clean beauty, things like that. So I have ordered a glass spray bottle, and I'm just gonna use a cleaning product and a rag instead of using these disposable wipes. That way you can keep the rag, rewash it, and it'll save you money again, because instead of buying a bunch of tubes of these and going through them, you can buy one rag and use it for years and just keep rewashing it. Along the same lines as this, I am no longer buying cleaners with harsh chemicals. that come in these plastic spray bottles. Again, I subscribe to Grove. They're sending me a glass spray bottle that I can use again and again. And what they do is they'll send you this little tiny tube of cleaning concentrate, and you just add it to your spray bottle and mix it with water. So instead of buying a whole new spray bottle every time you run out, you just buy this little tiny tube of cleaning concentrate. So that will definitely cut down on plastic waste. The next thing I am no longer buying is hand soap. Obviously, I'm still going to wash my hands, but again, as part of like my Grove subscription, I got a glass hand soap bottle, and they send you hand soap refills in these aluminum containers. So that way you can refill the exact same bottle and then recycle the aluminum. I got in such a bad habit of going to Walmart or Bath and Body Works every single time I ran out of hand soap. And so this way I can just have one bottle. I'm not using any plastics at all. And I just feel better about even just the quality of the hand soap. So I highly recommend you check out Grove for all of your household needs. Okay, number 12 is, oh, it's way over here. Number 12 is air fresheners. So aerosol, air fresheners, those plug-ins you put in your wall, things like that. I'm no longer buying any of those. If I need to freshen my house, I will simply use my mini essential oil diffusers, or I have several like Scentsy or wax melt things that I can use to leave my house smelling clean and fresh. So no longer buying any of these sprays with a lot of artificial scents and chemicals. Another thing I'm no longer buying is candles. And I know that's like a great way to also freshen your house, but they oftentimes have a lot of artificial scents and colors and things. And one of the hobbies that I picked up during quarantine when I was super bored was actually candle making. And I used 100% soy wax and natural essential oils to scent my candles. So I'm no longer buying these store-bought candles. I will be making my own. I can even make wax melts for my Scentsies, and I just feel a lot better about what goes into it. Number 14 is dryer sheets. Single-use dryer sheets. I don't even know what these are made out of, but I have made the choice to switch over to wool dryer balls instead of these single-use dryer sheets that I just throw away every single time I use my dryer. I'd rather have something reusable that's going to last me a really long time. And they have a bunch of different benefits. They cut down on static and dry time and things like that. Okay, number 15 is regular deodorant. Part of, my new being intentional goal, I want to make the switch over to natural deodorant. The brand I've been looking into is Native, and they even have a plastic-free deodorant option. It's in a cardboard tube, so it's completely biodegradable. It's not going to end up in an ocean somewhere, and I can just feel a lot better about what I'm putting on myself, and then also the impact that it has on the planet. So no longer buying regular deodorant. Number 16 is bath products like scrubs and bath bombs. Personally, I just don't use these things, and I just want everything I bring into my life to have a purpose and to be intentional and for me to actually use them. I have a ton of scrubs and I'm like, oh, I'll try that. And I do it maybe one time and I never use it again. And so if that's something you do, if that's part of your self-care Sunday, obviously have a scrub. But for me personally, I just don't ever actually use them, and I just hoard them and then they go bad. And so I'm just not going to be getting any more of them. Along the same lines is bath bombs. I never use them. I find a hot shower to be just as relaxing as a hot bath. And so this is something that I'll no longer be purchasing in 2021. Number 17 is Souvenirs. I know that like 2020 has been rough for like travelers, but I have had the travel bug so bad since I haven't been able to go anywhere. And I didn't find myself, like, whenever I was longing for those trips, I didn't find myself going to get the little souvenirs or wearing the t-shirt that I got from wherever I went. I went and looked back at the pictures to remind me of everything I did while I was there and the people I was with, and it really brought back that memory for me. So I'm just gonna try and be more conscious of taking photos whenever I go on a trip and cherishing those over little things you get in an airport whenever you are traveling. Okay, number 18 is DVDs. We are in an age where you can get pretty much any movie you can imagine on a streaming service, and pretty much everybody has a subscription to a streaming service. There's an infinite number of movies on Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney Plus, whatever you like to watch. You can find pretty much any movie you like, and if you can't, then surely you can find one you like just as well. It's just not something that I'm going to continue purchasing because I already pay for a subscription service and there's already tons of options. So DVDs are something I am decluttering. Number 19 is fast fashion. So again, being intentional with where I spend my money, I want to make sure that I am endorsing brands and clothing that are ethically sourcing their resources, paying their workers a fair wage, and minimizing their impact on the environment. I have a subscription to Stitch Fix, which I really love because they have several sustainable and fair trade brands on there. I also have been trying to invest in more quality pieces over quantity instead of going to Target and buying a $12 top that's going to last a season or two. I am investing in higher quality things that are going to last me for a long time. One thing I've been loving is these Rothy's shoes. You can see they're well loved. They are made out of recycled water bottles and they are machine washable. So it's super easy to clean and they're going to last a really long time because they are so durable and they have tons of styles, tons of colors. I like these because they go with everything. It's the sneaker in, I think like sand or something like that. But really just investing in brands that actually stand for something and that I believe in and I can get behind. Number 20 is jewelry. So I pretty much wear the same jewelry every single day. You'll probably never see me without this exact same jewelry on. I have lots of jewelry and I almost never wear it unless it's like a super special occasion, and even then I tend to go for the same pieces over and over again, and I never wear half the jewelry that I own. Obviously, if jewelry is something that you like to change out every day and it's how you express your personal style, that's great. My glasses are something that I do change out pretty regularly. I've got several pairs. But as far as jewelry goes, it's just not something that I'm going to be buying in 2021. And then last on the list is books. I have a ton of books and I want to be the kind of person that reads a bunch of books and has a library and is just well versed in a lot of things, but I don't read enough. And so I keep buying these books thinking, oh, I'm going to read these, and I never do. And so I am no longer buying them until I read every single one of the books that I already own and I haven't read yet. So I'm looking forward to reading these. And if I do become like consistent and I'm reading like one book a month or something, then I'll definitely invest in more. I'm thinking about maybe trying audiobooks. I feel like that might be easier because I love a good podcast and I really want to read these books because I think they have a lot to offer, but I'm just not doing it, and I'm just trying to be honest with myself and only invest in things that serve a purpose and I actually use. So that's everything I'm no longer buying in 2021. Let me know in the comments down below one thing you are no longer purchasing in the new year. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks.